Have you ever poured time, energy, maybe significant resources into your search engine optimization efforts, only to feel like, well, you're just not seeing the return on investment you really expect?
Hmm.
It's a common frustration, isn't it? We all know SEO is widely seen as a long-term investment,
Yeah, long term.
which puts this immense pressure on businesses, to translate that performance into actual measurable revenue. But what happens when that doesn't quite pan out?
Right.
Today, we're going to unpack exactly why those disconnects can emerge between expectations and actual ROI. Why do SEO efforts sometimes, fall short of core business expectations?
Yeah.
We're diving deep into what our sources call the critical SEO to ROI gap.
And our mission for this deep dive is precisely to identify and really address the root causes of this gap. Because frankly, failing to do so,
Mhm.
it can lead to compounding issues, making it harder and harder to justify continued investment in SEO.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We want to help you approach SEO with intention and high-value outcomes in mind right from the start.
Okay. Our insights today come from an expert analysis that pinpoints 5 key reasons why this gap happens, revealing why SEO sometimes just doesn't deliver what you hoped for.
Hmm.
So let's jump right in. The first major hurdle often comes down to a fundamental misunderstanding of what modern SEO truly entails, both in terms of strategy and, the day-to-day tactics. It's just not the same game it used to be.
That's spot on. SEO is evolving, by the day. What constituted best practices or strategic approaches even 10 years ago, it might be utterly unrecognizable today.
Totally different.
And a critical point here is that any lingering baggage, or history from outdated concepts can actually be more harmful than helpful.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, especially if it shapes the expectations of those in leadership roles who oversee or are accountable for SEO. Imagine someone still thinking, I don't know, keyword stuffing is a winning strategy.
Right, right. Or just link building, like it was 2012.
Exactly.
So it's not just about keeping up with the latest Google update. It's about actively shedding what no longer works. It's knowing what still works today, what to test for what's coming tomorrow, especially as AI continues to change the game,
Yeah.
and having a sound strategy built on current realities.
Yes.
Without that clarity, you're essentially playing a game with outdated rules.
Exactly. To build a strong foundation for success in this current era, you really need a base-level common understanding among all stakeholders, and crucially, a set of aligned goals and strategies.
Okay.
If your leadership team is still operating on, say, 2010 SEO principles,
Yeah.
while your SEO team is trying to innovate with AI, well, you're building on shifting sand.
Yeah, you're pulling in different directions.
Right. The immediate takeaway here is maybe your biggest SEO challenge isn't Google's algorithm, but your own outdated assumptions.
Yeah.
It might be time for an internal reality check, starting at the top.
That leads us directly to the next common pitfall you see: the absence of clearly defined goals for SEO.
Ah, yes.
If the first hurdle is truly understanding modern SEO, then the next often becomes, what are you even trying to achieve with it?
Without clear goals, it's incredibly easy to get lost,
Yeah.
chasing every new shiny object or distraction.
Uh-huh.
Think about it. A fresh set of insights from some search experts, a new AI overview feature popping up, the latest large language model to explore, or changes in analytics like the removal of trusty reports in GA4.
Oh, yeah, that caused some waves.
Didn't it just?
Yeah.
All these can pull you way off course if you don't have a clear objective guiding your efforts. It's like having a map, but absolutely no destination.
And without those clearly defined goals, reporting becomes incredibly subjective, doesn't it?
Completely.
It makes it difficult to determine how deep to go, how fast to move, or, how much to invest in the technical side, the content side, the
Yeah.
authority-building aspects of SEO. You're just kind of guessing at what success even looks like.
Precisely. And while goals can be channel-specific, like driving traffic or maybe conversions, those alone leave a significant gap between performance and actual ROI. The most effective goals, they go beyond just what happens on a website. Especially in lead gen-focused organizations. They ensure SEO efforts contribute directly to measurable business outcomes.
Okay, business outcomes.
Yes. So the core insight here is really if your SEO goals stop at website traffic or even lead forms submitted, you're probably missing the crucial connection to actual revenue that justifies your investment.
That brings us neatly to our third reason why SEO often underperforms. Reporting that stays strictly within a marketing silo, it never quite connects to the broader business results. You might be showing great marketing KPIs like traffic's up, conversions are up, but the business leaders are asking, so what?
Exactly. And I want to challenge you, listening,
Yeah.
to actively close that gap, the gap between marketing KPIs and what happens next,
Okay.
where a lead or a contact or a prospect either becomes a customer or they don't, and the tangible revenue impact that follows.
Yeah.
Here's the reality. Common tools like dashboards, third-party marketing reporting software, even GA4 out of the box,
Yeah.
they simply won't calculate ROI for you.
Right. They give you pieces.
They give you pieces of the puzzle, yeah, but not the full picture.
And if you're only reporting on SEO as a marketing channel, you're often setting yourself up for those internal attribution challenges, right? Or battling over which channel gets credit for a conversion.
Right, absolutely.
It just creates internal friction and confusion rather than clarity and shared purpose. I've seen teams literally argue over who gets credit for a sale when, everyone probably contributed.
That's a perfect example. And it raises an important question. You need to look beyond mere conversions.
Okay.
Ask critical questions like, what happens with that lead after they convert? What actions do they take in our sales funnel? Do they actually close as a deal that justifies the SEO investment and contributes to ROI or not?
That's the key.
You absolutely have to break out of that silo. Ensure your reporting ties SEO performance to real business outcomes, not just marketing conversions. That's where the rubber meets the road, really, and where you justify every dollar spent.
Makes sense. Moving on to our fourth key reason for the gap. The availability, or maybe more often the lack thereof, of necessary resources beyond the SEO team itself.
This is a big one.
It's not just about having a great SEO specialist anymore, is it?
Not at all. SEO isn't just done by SEOs anymore. If you go back maybe 20 years, an SEO professional could realistically handle, about 90% of the work themselves.
Yeah, tweak some code, write some stuff.
Right. Tweak some code, write content, build links. Not today. Now, SEO requires deep collaboration. Other resources like expert copywriters, data analysts, IT professionals, web developers, and more, they're often needed to support and implement SEO efforts.
Right.
You can have the best SEO strategy in the world, but if you don't have the development time to implement the technical fixes, it's just a document, isn't it?
It's a nice plan on paper. And that directly impacts not just the cost of implementation, but also the crucial speed at which SEO strategies can actually be executed and start delivering that ROI.
Speed is key.
If you're constantly waiting on other teams or you don't have the budget to bring in the right experts when you need them, everything slows down. And those initial projections, they become kind of meaningless.
Exactly. And if these essential resources aren't accounted for upfront, both in terms of cost and timing, the challenges only grow. This misalignment in planning can significantly delay implementation and weaken results.
Yeah.
Which ultimately makes it much harder to justify SEO as a business investment. The harsh truth is, if your SEO budget doesn't extend beyond paying the SEO specialist, you're probably setting yourself up for failure, or at least significant delays.
Okay, that's a critical point about budgeting. Which brings us to our fifth and final significant reason, and it's a big one too. Clinging to outdated mindsets and strategies in this rapidly evolving digital landscape.
Yes.
It's no longer enough to just keep doing what worked last year, or even 6 months ago sometimes.
The profound impact of AI is just undeniable. While Google still dominates search, sure, we absolutely can't rely on old habits, things like creating generic personas, publishing content, and simply expecting audiences to find us, or just building a few links here and there.
Right.
That whole approach, it's no longer enough. The way people discover information is fundamentally shifting.
It really emphasizes the vital need to deeply understand our audience, doesn't it? Their nuanced behaviors, their specific challenges, and specifically how they seek solutions now, not just assuming they'll stumble upon our content.
Exactly.
Are they asking an LLM? Are they searching on TikTok? Where are they?
And that's the core question, isn't it? Today, yeah, maybe they are still primarily coming through Google, but tomorrow, they could be using a specific large language model for answers, or a different social media platform, or even, technology that doesn't exist yet.
Wow.
There's no set it and forget it strategy anymore, not that there ever truly was, if we're honest.
Fair point.
Staying ahead means proactively keeping up with change, knowing where to potentially gain a first-mover advantage, and carefully assessing the risks of going all in on emerging tech like LLM-based search. Or at the very least, if you choose to kind of ride out what's currently working, do so with a keen eye on the future. Avoid wasting resources on tactics that suddenly just stop working.
Right. Don't get caught flat-footed.
Exactly.
Hmm.
The core insight here is that set it and forget it. SEO is not just dead, it's actually a significant liability now.
Yeah.
You need to be actively thinking about future discovery channels now.
So pulling this all together, the overarching lesson here seems to be that the common complaint, SEO doesn't work, often stems from deeply misaligned expectations.
Mhm.
It's not necessarily that SEO is inherently flawed, but maybe that it wasn't approached as a strategic investment with a clear, measurable goal of generating ROI for the business.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, while frustration with agencies or internal teams is common, the real issue often isn't, malicious intent or incompetence even.
You're right.
It's that the partner they're frustrated with never truly shared the same expectations. Or, perhaps more likely, those expectations weren't clearly set and agreed upon from the very beginning.
That clarity up front is key. So by unpacking these common issues today, hopefully you, listening, now have some concrete insights to proactively address potential challenges in your own organization, or maybe to diagnose existing problems that might be holding your SEO efforts back.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe consider this. Given these challenges, what specific SEO practices might be yielding diminishing returns for you right now?
Good question.
Or how might these insights reveal why SEO often fails before it even truly begins in certain scenarios? The good news, though, is that with the right approach,
Okay.
understanding the modern landscape, setting clear business goals, expanding your reporting beyond marketing, securing proper resources, and adopting a forward-looking mindset, you absolutely can course correct. You can set SEO on a path to real, measurable success. It's possible.